Forbidden Love by Can Temba. So, the story is about two people who loved each other and had to hide their feelings. So, Michael is black and Dora is colored. So, the story does take place during the apartheid era, and the two lovers are eventually exposed when Dora's little brother Bobby is told at his school that his sister is in a relationship with a native that is referring to Michael. Not a terrible way to refer to someone, a native, just taking away from who he is as an individual. Native to the land, native to Mzansi, but really? How can you refer to someone like this? This was the apartheid era. This was a different time when we had all those racial laws in place. A fight follows, and Meneer Karelse, the school teacher who is in love with Dora, finds out. And he tries to convince the principal that her family, Dora's family, must be told about the situation, because how dare she involve herself with a native, all that racist nonsense. And much against the principal's wishes, he goes to tell the whole community about what they considered a scandal. Oh, wow, so scandalous. And the irony in the entire story, it lies in the fact that Davy, who is Dora's brother, has had a relationship with Salome, from which a child was conceived, a mixed-race child, because Dora's brother is colored, and Salome, Mike's sister, she is black. And that's the irony of it all. So just a bit about our author, Can Temba. He was born in Pretoria into a family of four. Very, very sharp guy. He went off to Fort Hare College and he obtained an English degree there. He began teaching. This was in and around 1947, so before apartheid officially began. But you can imagine the racial tension amongst everyone. So, just a bit about the title. So, Forbidden Love, it refers to a romantic relationship between two individuals, which is not approved because of varietal reasons. Religious, racial, cultural, and political differences. So, it is a romantic relationship above all else. And in this instance, it refers to a romantic relationship between Dora and Michael, two main characters, which is highly discouraged by the colored people of Noordgesig. That's the location, the setting of it all. Themes, we've got three themes here in particular: fear, hypocrisy, and as well as apartheid. So in terms of fear, the theme of fear it's woven throughout the story. And Dora's family, they live their life in fear as they feel that they don't want to have anything to do with black people in South Africa. And their peers' actions and beliefs make them think that, well, black South Africans are beneath them or are less human than they are. Because this is the rhetoric that was spewed their entire lives. That, well, colored people are above black people, and above colored people would be white people. It's a pyramid. It's the societal hierarchy of nonsense. Hypocrisy. Hypocrisy is when one claims to have certain high standards or beliefs than is the case, or doing the opposite of what you say or believe. And in this case, in the story, Davy, had a relationship with Salome, a black woman, and a child was born. And ironically, Davy still considers it appropriate to beat Mike up due to him having a relationship with Dora. The irony and hypocrisy. And this may leave some readers to suggest that Davy, like many other racist people at the time, is, well, a hypocrite. And just apartheid, this whole system of legislation that upheld these ever so segregationist policies. Okay, next, so how the story is told, the setting. So the setting is during the height of apartheid in the western townships of Jozi, specifically Sophiatown, this Noordgesig area. Structure and plot development. So in terms of the exposition, the narrator introduces us to the story through two lovers from different racial backgrounds, and the rising action of it all is when Dora's brother, Davy, with a few of his colored friends, go out looking for Michael because they want to beat him up. And the climax, after learning about the story of Michael's beating by Davy and his friends, Salome has an idea of how to end the whole issue. So when Michael has healed, Salome exposes the truth that Davy, Dora's brother, is actually the father of her child. And, well, there's a nice resolution here. Michael and Dora are no longer living under fear anymore. And there's a feeling that the rivalry and the fighting has subsided forever. So, two key characters here, being Dora and Michael. We've also got Mr. Van Vieren. He's a bit of a racist, but he hates black people. He's definitely a racist. Louisa, Meneer Karelse, Davy, and Salome. Just in terms of the narrator's point of view, so the story is narrated in the third person by an unnamed narrator. We're not too sure who that narrator is, and it's this like bird's eye kind of view. The style of it all, and it's a very easy flowing like literary style, and it's been used throughout the entire story. And this is maybe due to the fact that the narrator wants to demonstrate apartheid norms as lived by racial groups in the townships. So there's a lot of flow. It just kind of goes, it continues. And the narrator also explores quite deeply into the practices of the apartheid regime. In terms of diction and figurative language, so the writer here uses very idiomatic expressions to emphasize meaning, as well as many figures of speech in the story. There's some similes, some metaphors, and there's personification, just your general stuff, the whole irony of it all. And this diction and figurative language, it just adds some level of momentum and detail to the entire story. The tone and mood, well, it is quite secretive, and there is a lot of tension in general here. So it's very secretive. We're not meant to know about their relationship, and there's a bit of tension as well. And the mood is that of shame, hopelessness, fear, and optimism. So yeah, that is Forbidden Love.